This is the biggest PDW buff of all time. So as you can see here, the MP5K, MP7, P90, M3A1 Chris Vector, and UMP45 have all been changed. And this is currently in the test place. It's not in the main game yet, so just to let you know. But I will be going over the change log, and the link to that will be in the description below. But starting off with the MP5K here, it has a more accurate recoil to start off with, and the damage has been increased from 30 to 34, and it also has increased damage ranges, which you know, that sounds like a pretty big change to this, but this is actually one of the smaller changes in this this new PDW update. But yeah, that means this thing can actually 3-shot to the I'm dead. That means this thing can 3-shot close range now. So this is actually a really good starter PDW. I think this is a rank 0 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, rank 0. So this is actually a pretty good starting gun now. Of course, the long range damage at 17 isn't really the best, but the long barrel actually helps a lot more now. I think they changed the long barrel as well. So the ranges are a little bit better with that. But overall, the MP5K is actually a lot better now. Next up, we have the UMP45, which this thing also got new recoil, which I think isn't really that much different. But the damage was increased from 38 to 21 to 45 to 23. And this thing has a torso multiplier of 1.15, which means, yes, this thing can 2-shot to the torso at close range now. So, UMP45, man. Rank 5? It's actually really OP now. So, yeah, Jesus. The fire rate also got increased to 625, so not only is the damage higher, but the fire rate is higher as well. Yeah, I also forgot to mention that the torso multiplier was actually 1 before, so it was actually increased to 1.15. But yeah, the UMP is, Jesus, it's really good right now. Of course, it only has 25 rounds in magazine, which, was it the 40 S&W? If 40 S&W does 30 rounds, which I think 40 S&W, yeah, it 4-shots at long range. It doesn't 2-shot at close range, but 40 S&W is actually pretty good on this thing too. Maybe the default's slightly better, but actually I think it does 4-shot with 1.15. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, I was right. This thing 2 shots to the torso and 4 shots to the torso at long range. So it's a 2-shot to 4-shot. So yeah, it's really good. Next up, we have the MP7, which got nothing but positive changes. It has new recoil, so it's a lot more accurate. The torso multiplier was increased to 1.15, just like the UMP45. Velocity was increased to 2,400. Walk speed was increased to 15, so it's also a lot speedier. Aim walk speed was also increased to 12. Aim speed itself was increased to 21, which is actually one of the fastest aim speeds in the game. I'll show you guys that here in a second. But the reserve ammo was also increased to 150 instead of 120, so you can get, you know, a couple extra rounds in, which I think is nice. And the reload speeds were also increased. So this thing is a lot more speedy now. And it also has that nice torso multiplier, so you can actually 5-shot at longer ranges with this thing, whereas before it could only 6-shot. Okay, I can't get that guy from here. But as you can see, that's the ADS time. Actually, I think I might put like default everything on here just so I don't really hinder the speed. I'm gonna take everything off here. I'll go ahead and keep reflex sight on. So this is the raw default aim-in speed for this thing. It's actually super insane. In fact, I think I might put skeleton grip on here to see what it looks like just for fun. Oh my god. That has to be the fastest aim-in speed in the game. There's no way. Like, I'm literally going to be, like, zooming around with this thing. Like, Jesus Christ. Next, we have the P90, which this thing, Jesus, I mean, they actually literally had to nerf this, like, yesterday because it was so OP. Because actually before this, it did 22 damage at long range instead of 18. And with a torso multiplier, it was a 4-shot. So you can see how that goes. But yeah, it used to be 4-shot all ranges, but they changed it back to like 4-shot to 5-shot. If you look at it, they actually changed the fire rate on this to 1,100, whereas before it was 900. So yeah, P90 actually really crazy right now. It was actually, I think, it's actually one of the best guns in the game right now. You could actually consider it one of the best guns in the game. So I think that's actually really interesting. It also got new recoil changes, so it's also a lot more accurate as well. And the ranges got increased as well, so that's really good. And the long barrel is actually really good on this thing right now too. So you can get like, it drops off to 18 at 195 studs. So this thing's actually really good with its ranges now. And of course the torso multiplier was increased to 1.15. I might have already mentioned that, but yeah, the velocity was also increased to 2,300 studs. With the long barrel on it actually does more. Let me go ahead and take armor piercing off just to get better close range ranges. But yeah, the penetration depth was also changed to 1.7 studs, which you can actually increase that with the long barrel to 1.87. So yeah, a little bit of a penetration nerf on this thing, but let's be honest, it kind of needed that. People would abuse this on warehouse, but yeah, it's still really OP with the penetration. Like 1.87 studs isn't something to shy about, but yeah, I mean, P90, it's very OP right now. But yeah, there's a lot of people in the lobby using it right now. Let me just get that guy over there. Yeah, as you can see, it's a... Hello? What? Why is the gas station logo floating in the middle of the sky? Okay, I wonder, can I like jump into it? I don't know. I think I missed it completely. Get out of my face, bro. I'm trying to make a video. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me just kill... Can you... What? He just snapped right onto me, bro. Come on. Yeah, next we have the M3A1, which this thing also got new recoil, so it's also a lot more accurate right now. But the damage was actually increased from 48 to 52. So you no longer have to hit that torso to have a 2-shot at close range, which, man, this thing, it's actually really good. Torso multiplier is increased to 1.2, which doesn't really change much, but that's something to keep in mind. Ranges were also increased from 50 to 120 to 60 to 140, so you get better ranges there now. And of course it does 25 damage at long range, so this means that this gun is also 2-shot to 4-shot. But the only problem is that the fire rate is a little slow. I think they increased the fire rate on this, yeah. They increased it... Maybe I'm going crazy, I don't know. Hello? Goodbye. Yeah, I don't think they increased the fire rate on this thing. It doesn't feel any different. I'm just... going bazonkers. There's so many like buffs. I'm getting some confused here, I think. Yeah, as you can see, this thing's pretty good. Pretty good. Hey buddy, goodbye. Yeah, so I'd definitely recommend giving this thing a try in the test place right now. It's very OP. And coming up we have the Chris Vector, which this thing, all of its conversions got changed. I don't really know what else to say about the conversions. I mean, yeah, I would really go into this in like another video because there's just so much here, but 9x19 is okay. 9x19 can actually 5-shot long range now, so that's cool. 0.357 SIG, it looks like it's okay, but it doesn't have very much rounds in the magazine. And of course, stay away from 0.22 because 0.22 is, well, 0.22. Yeah, in terms of buffs, this thing got its damage increased from 35 to 16 to 41 to 17. So it does a little bit better damage at long range. Better damage is in like 1 extra damage, but you know. Close range damage increased to 41, which is actually pretty good, which I already tested it out with hollow point. You're missing that 2-shot. It's almost there, but it's not quite there, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's whatever. It also got its recoil changed, not in a good way. It actually got worse recoil, I believe, so I'm actually going to put like a normal setup on here just to test this out. Yeah, so as you can see, the recoil is a little more violent than it used to be. It's still not bad, don't get me wrong, but it's just a little more than it used to be. And the range got, the damage range 1 got increased to 120 instead of 100, so you also get a little bit better range in there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, when we were talking about the long barrel here, it was buffed, so I'm gonna go over those buffs. They decreased the walk speed penalty to from -10% to -5%, so The handling in general is a lot better with the long barrel now than it used to be. And the range 0, which I think is like the close range, I'm not quite too sure. It went from -20 to +30. So instead of like reducing your ranges at close range, it actually increases your ranges at close range now. So that's actually really good. And the range 1, which is of course the long range here, it went from +20 to +30. So yeah, you're getting better ranges overall with the long barrel now. So yeah, that's pretty good. Somebody's recognized me in chat again. Let's go. Yeah, that about covers all the PDW changes. If you want to play with these yourself, go check them out in the test place. But yeah, please be sure to subscribe. Let's see if we can get 100 subscribers and 600 likes this video. Shout out to the channel members, and I'll see you guys on the next one.